What is going on, everyone? It is Rod here, and today we are looking at this week in world records. And guys, the craziest world record strategy I've ever seen has been found. And guys, that utilizes a JENZUA glider strat, as it's called, and it is not the only JENZUA glider strat. That's right, we don't have one, but we got two JENZUA glider strats in this video. 1 week, 2 revolutions of the JENZUA glider. Shout out to my guy JENZUA. This though, as you see, bang, tie. Alberto versus Quartz on N64 Rainbow Road, 200cc. This tie comparison was not ready last week. This record is from May 17th, but we're gonna give it a watch because, you know, it's always fun to see the comparison. We got Wario on the left, we got Dry Bowser on the right, which means that we have Alberto on the left and Quartz on the right. I talked about the new strategies last week when we watched the previous Rainbow Road record, but basically the shroom has been changed to the long turn on lap 2, which is what it used to be actually, which gives a pace break. Alberto says a high to mid 0.3 will be a strong time for the track again. This is a 0.477. Bang. Alright guys, next up is the first JENZUA glider strat, but before that, we got, I'll put myself over here, we got Mario Circuit 200cc, a 112.741 by a Japanese player, and using the slim tires. Okay. Slim tires, the first time slim tires have been used on this track since May 23rd, 2017, guys. May 23rd, 2017. So almost 6 years. Actually, about 6 years exactly. 1 day short of 6 years exactly. The slim tires return. This is not the first post-balance patch world record. The first one used basically the same combo from before, but the Mach 8 had been buffed. But they stuck with leaf tires. But now we got slim tires, which were buffed in the update. So yeah, Mario Circuit 200cc has always been an interesting track for me watching. And by the way, this player is Roll. Japanese player Roll. But yeah, Roll has had the record since June 2021. So he's been on a roll for like 680 days straight or so. So he's chilling on Mario Circuit 200cc. Good to see. Nice little rain going. He's had the record 814 total days. Good for him. And as we finish this up, we are heading over. Well, you'll see. Let's go. Tour Singapore Speedway 200cc, a 120.846 by Panda. Who also, we described this yesterday, or not yesterday, last week, why there's 2 pandas on the board. He just likes racing his own ghost, basically. But guys, Singapore Speedway is the first track in this week's recap to have a new JENZUA glider strat. It is not on this glider. No, it is not. Last week, I told you to note the glider usage on lap 3, and we'll get there. I think Alberto has given us some insight, but not a lot. Basically, he found... Yeah, he found the strat. He got Singapore JENZUA to work, and that's relating to the other one. And last week we had the new strat on lap 1 at the glider. So let's just continue watching this, and I'll point out the new JENZUA glider strat. And we got the big one. The big one. Right now, just chilling. Panda's been on a tear on Singapore Speedway. Basically, ever since I think Alberto found the new JENZUA glider strat. They've improved this track like 20 times, and it is clearly so. Last week, the run we watched was a 121.175. Here it is, though. Bang. Bang. I mean, okay. So basically, for those who don't know, the JENZUA glider strat has to do with motion glidering before a trick ramp, and then you do it, and you get this sudden, like, boom, momentum horizontally. First done on Thwomp Ruins at the very end. And before this, they would not motion glider at all. They would not release a Super Mini Turbo after the glider. They would release it here, trick off the glider, just go straight over these ramps. But now, bang, little JENZUA to the right over there, finish it off. And that is the first new JENZUA glider strat. I feel like I probably said JENZUA glider strat a lot this video. But for good reason, guys. For good reason. My bad. There's not a lot of tracks, so let's just get into the next one. GCN Waluigi Stadium, a 153.739. And fun fact, 153.739 was also a world record on Wario Stadium back in September of 2017. Bet you didn't know that. But Japanese player F, our favorite Japanese player, the unknown player. We have no idea. Guys, every week I say, if anyone knows who this man is, let me know. And last week someone commented, and they were like making a joke, because they didn't realize that we actually don't know who F is. Like, I'm not joking, guys. We actually don't know who this guy is. Bro just plays, uploads his run to the leaderboards, and we see it. Like, we have to download the ghost data to confirm the date that the run was set, because he doesn't post it anywhere that we know of when he sets the run. He just uploads it to the game boards, and we have to go manually check, the leaderboards of Waluigi Stadium. And I mean, as you can see, I'll quickly go to the beginning. Look at the difference between first and second. This man is in a league of his own by far. 1.2-ish? It's just crazy. I mean, congratulations. I wish I knew who you were. I don't, but it's okay. I like the zipper shot. I mean, jeez, bro is riding it. Lots of speed boost. Wow, this is gonna be a short video. We're only 6 minutes in. That's crazy. Guys, next up is the big one. Alberto sent a lot of information, and I'm excited to read it all. Dude, I feel like, oh, he didn't do it this lap. Interesting. The first 2 laps, he was like doing some insane left hops, and I was like, maybe there's some motion hopping going on there, but I don't think so. Anyway, guys, the time has come. We are heading over to Electrodrome 200cc. All right, everyone. Get your snacks. Sit back. Get ready. A 122.067 on Electrodrome. A 122.067. The world record before this week was a 123.399. Let me say that again. A 123.399. 1.3 second improvement in 1 week. The first record after that was a 122.777. I'm gonna start the run. That's like a 0.7 improvement, 0.65 improvement. So what happened, you ask? The character changed from Luigi to King Boo, or from King Boo to Luigi. Sorry. No, that's not the only thing that happened. Let's give it a watch. You know what? Let's just enjoy for a second. Luigi tearing it up on Electrodrome. As I start to, I'm gonna look through Alberto's notes and see how to present this to you guys. Because most of you've probably seen the strat. Oh, anyway, lap 1, shortcut. As per usual, this track is actually extremely difficult on 200. That shortcut is one of the most difficult strats in the game, low-key, on the DL. But it's all good, you know. It would be kind of cool if there could be something else to do instead of that really difficult shortcut. But who knows. Anyway, lap 2, we're tearing it. Luigi is just all over the place. Bang, 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 bang. No trick needed. Yeah, I mean, that shortcut is difficult. I mean, you can see the whole mini turbo release. That was a cool little no-trick animation situation. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, you'll see again how difficult the shortcut is. Because the whole mini turbo, don't get the trick, jump over the ramp. It's a whole thing. But, you know, as we can see coming up. Yeah. Okay. Okay, take a step back. Take a step back. What? That, my friends, is JENZUA Glider Strat number 2 of the week. And what a strat it is. Okay, Alberto, Electrodrome. This week, Electrodrome saw one of the most shocking developments in the game's history. And this is coming from Alberto. This is coming from, like, the guy of time trials. The expert. One of the most shocking developments in the game's history. After I, as in Alberto. There it is again. Alright, go back. You know what? Go back. After I, as in Alberto, got Singapore GenZua to work, we just watched that, I realized how overpowered the tech, referring to the GenZua, the tech really was, and I quickly decided to revisit my idea for this track. So bro had an idea. He's like, okay, GenZua Strat, right, we're looking at like 2 years ago, it happens on Swamp Ruins, the gears are starting to turn. What other tracks have a ramp at the end with a glider? And it's like Electrodrome, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. There have been videos like a year ago of like 150cc, people just like gliding over the turn, but like it was all slow. Anyway, back to Alberto. He decided to revisit his idea for the track. I simply aimed for the ramp with as much momentum as possible to see if you could make something work, when I suddenly got a wall boost that sent me to the finish line facing backwards. It was a broken strat, and I could not believe how much it saved. I searched for a consistent setup to land on the spot more often, and later that same day, I got world record by 0.7. That was the 0.777 that we referred to earlier. After some competition from Grant and Army, I was able to optimize the category again, but only temporarily. The strat can be done more than one lap, with insane luck, and GenZua and I, the GenZua, as in GenZua himself, GenZua and I already got close to beating world record with 2 out of 3s, but our runs lost too much time. After a clean 2 out of 3 attempt is finished, low 121 should happen, and who knows if a 3 out of 3 will be done too. What does he mean by 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3? Basically what he's saying is, right now, this is only done on lap 3. Because first of all, it's extremely difficult. But second of all, look at how you finish this, okay? Let's slow it down, actually. You're coming in. This might be too slow. But basically, look at this. You're completely backwards. Imagine if you had to race another lap. The reason Luigi writes himself here is because the race is over and, like, the CPU takes over and it automatically corrects. That would not happen on lap 2. However, strats have been found to go into the next lap. Let's take a look at some of those. All right, Twitter clip number 1 by @MeYeon. 3 out of 3 potential. So this is lap 1. Uses the mushroom, turns on motion controls, hits the ramp, turns motion controls off, and then just sketches his way to right himself. Look at, I don't even know what he hits. He hits something in the wall. This was the first clip that came out for 3 out of 3 potential. Next up, we got Army. Confirmed faster. So right now, he's racing a ghost in time trials. And he's like right on the ghost right now. But uses the mushroom, is doing the strat. Gets to the glider, does the trick. And he lands. And he is still ahead of the ghost. The ghost is behind him, as you can see. So it is known to be faster, and it's known to be possible. So the strat, in theory, could be done all 3 laps. Let's look at the changes from that original clip. Now what Army does is, you'll see, like, it doesn't land on the fence, but, like, in terms of the game, there's a little hop at the fence. So you're completely sideways. There's something you can jump off of here that he jumps off of. Then, you'll notice he hasn't turned motion controls off yet. He hits the wall, does a motion hop to the left, does the trick, turns off motion controls. In full speed. Now, these clips are perfect scenarios. There's obviously a lot more clips where you crash into this wall and you do not get this sort of momentum to the left. Like, I've seen clips even when it's on lap 3 and they just do a complete, like, parallel park. And they don't even get to the finish line trying the lap 3 strat. So it's difficult. Just going to show one other option by James MK. Another route you could go, no glider trick. He just keeps all his momentum and continues. This isn't racing a ghost, so it's harder to tell how fast it is. But guys, listen. You can see it's possible. You know it's faster. And in Mario Kart, when something is known to be faster in time trials, it's gonna happen. So 2 out of 3 is probably going to happen first. I'm pretty sure JENZUA got the first 2 out of 3 run. It just wasn't world record. But he did get a 2 out of 3 completed run. And I think he kind of sold, which is why it wasn't world record. But anyway, that is your update on Electrodrome. Crazy, crazy developments. And we're going to move on to SNES Mario Circuit 3 by Alberto as well. Look, guys, let me know your thoughts on this whole Electrodrome situation. When the first 2 out of 3 will happen. When the first 3 out of 3 will happen. Who will get it? Well, the track will end. I mean, right now, the record is a 122.067. And Alberto says with a 3 out of 3, you could get to a low 121. So, that's pretty cool. Anyway, SNES Mario Circuit 3 by Alberto. A 104.536. And why not? Let's take a look at the week. And any changes? Yeah, no changes in the strat. But Alberto reclaims, and by reclaims, I mean gets his first world record on this track. Taking over from JENZUA, who had the world record for like 175 days in a row before that. Even before the balance patch, then after the balance patch. Alberto on SNES Mario Circuit 3. What does Alberto have to say? Let's see. I played this track during my 80 for 80 worldwide tops grind. That's just very casual first sentence by Alberto. I played this track during my 80 for 80 worldwide tops. You know what that means, guys? There was a point in time when on all 80 tracks that had come out, 150cc, no, sorry, 80 for 80. Hold on, let me think about this for a second. Okay, all 80 tracks that had come out, 200cc only though. He was going for top 10 worldwide on every single track. And I think he did it. I'm pretty sure he did it. But he played this track during his 80 for 80 worldwide top grind. And he moved on to other tracks after getting tops here, despite having a lot of potential left. Because, you know, for Alberto, he plays the tracks for a few minutes, maybe an hour. He gets his worldwide tops. He moves on to the next one. He got 79 more to do. Right? So, but he knew he could do better. He knew he could. I recently got back to this track and managed to get a new unique world record here. A new unique world record, meaning his first world record on the track, which he's happy about. This run is really improvable, especially on lap 2. Looking forward to seeing how low JENZUA and I can take this track. That's right, the dream team, Alberto and JENZUA. Not enemies, guys. Friends. Both from Spain. And, not that that means anything, like, I don't know. Alberto, though, now has 97 unique world records. 97! 97! I mean, are you kidding me? That means that 97 categories he has had a world record on. 150cc and 200cc. That's out of a total of 160? Possible? I mean, that's just insane. Alberto, you're insane. And here's another one. Tokyo Blur, the first sub 59 seconds by Alberto once again. Oh my god. Okay. So, Tokyo Blur, the time before this, I believe, yeah, it was a 59.012, but also by Alberto. And then Alberto got this 58.998 on the last day of the week. It is no longer the current world record because Army got it back. But right now, this is Alberto's time to shine. This track has 2 new strategies. Let's go back. The first new strategy is a downhill mini turbo after the 4th coin on lap 1. Okay, so day 1, like day one of this track, they did not get this mini turbo. That is not the new strategies we're referring to because he has 0 coins. Gets this mini turbo. 1, 2. Original strat. I have videos on my channel, too, of my quest for the sub. My quest to get a 59-second time. Sub 1 minute on Tokyo Blur, and I did. So I remember very well. You get your super mini turbo and you release it and you go straight and you do nothing. But he's saying a downhill mini turbo after the 4th coin, found by Mirai, is the new strat. So here you go. Bang! New mini turbo. And a mini turbo trick on the lap 2 shortcut found by Alberto. Little Mirai Alberto tag team action here. I'm a bit confused. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you'll see lap 1. So lap 1 and 2, even though the route to get there is different, the shortcut part is the same on section 1 and section 2. But on lap 1, you don't have any coins. So you use your mushroom, you do a mini turbo trick off this ramp to land and then go wide and get all these 4 coins. Previously, on lap 2, you would oops, you would jump, no mushroom yet, you would jump right into this grass in between the ramp and the wall, then use your mushroom and just skip the ramp completely. But let's see what he does lap 2 now with the new strat found by Alberto. Wow. Okay, the fact that he was able to charge a mini turbo, this Wario Gold Cart Crimson Slim is like a horrible mini turbo stat combo. It's used for its speed. So the fact that he's able to charge a mini turbo, mini turbo trick off that ramp. There you go. New shortcut strat. Both are possible thanks to the mini turbo stat buff the combo received. Okay, that makes sense because I'm like, there is no way you have enough time to charge a mini turbo with this combo. But I forgot that both the gold standard cart and the Crimson Slim tires have received a buff, and that helps their mini turbo stat. The strategies plus the combo buff make up for about 0.2 total time save, but it has made the track a lot harder, at least to me, being Alberto. For me, it's actually easier because I'm just that guy. I'm not played this track since I got this up. But, you know, finishing it off with some Alberto Motion Glider shenanigans. Bang. Guys, that's it. That's the week. I mean, the video was still like 20 minutes, but half of it was spent on Electrodrome. But, I mean, that is the craziest strategy I've seen, dude. I mean, it's definitely the craziest looking. It, like, is probably the biggest time save since they found the Dragon Driftway gap jump shortcut. Like, and that was pretty early on in the game. So at this point in the game's time, especially since Electrodrome has been out since, well, I mean, honestly, since 2014. I don't know how Motion Glider works in the Wii U game. That's a good question, but there aren't 200cc time trials, so I don't think there are any tracks that use 150cc GENZUA. But guys, that's gonna do it. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, Electrodrome. Wow. Who will be the first to sub 122? Who will be the first to get 2 out of 3? Who will be the first to get 3 out of 3? I know Alberto's going for runs. Army's going for runs. Grant is going for runs. All 3 of those guys have gotten world records since the strat. JENZUA, though, himself has also been going for runs. And a lot of other players. New strat. Lots of room. So, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed. And as a thank you, reward for sticking around to the very end of the video, I'm just going to leave you off with a little teaser. I'm not about to show anything. I'm just telling you guys that my next video is very exciting. And you should really be looking forward to it. It'll come out on Friday. And it's very exciting. That's all I'll say. I guess, you know, because you stuck around, it's a collab. Okay? It's a collab. It's a collab that I've sort of done on the channel. But it didn't really count because it wasn't a true collab. But this one is 2 people in the voice call, other people in the room. And I will see you guys then. Let's go.